Okay, so I'm going to do an example of how we might reparametrize a curve so that it's parametrized in terms of its arc length. So main question here is, how do we use arc length as a parameter? And the idea is we would want to change from t as our independent variable to s as our independent variable, where s represents arc length, in how we've parametrized our vector function. Why is that useful? Well, when we do that, the magnitude of the derivative of the vector function is equal to 1. And so when that happens, we can think of traveling along the curve, and each unit of length is the same as each unit of our parametric variable, of our parameter. So that's why we want to do this, so that we can be walking along the curve rather than being dependent on an external parameter. So here's how we're going to do it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate our arc length function. I've given here the formula for it. It accumulates arc length as we increase the values of t. Once we have that function, we're going to solve for t in terms of s. So this expression is going to give us an expression. The integral will be an expression in terms of t. We're going to have that equal to s, so we're going to solve for t. So we'll have a expression for t in terms of s that then we will substitute back into our original vector function in terms of s, and we will also change the interval of our parameter because we have a new parameter called s. Let's try it with an example. Here is a line in space. R of t is 1 plus ti plus 1 plus 2tj plus 3tk. Now, we're going to follow the steps that I wrote down above. I would like to parametrize this in terms of the arc length. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write our arc length function, which will be the integral from 0 to t, since our t is starting at 0, of the magnitude of r prime of u du. All right, so let's take the derivative. We need to evaluate this integral. We're going to take the derivative of our vector function and find its magnitude. So that's going to give us the derivative of 1 plus t is 1, the derivative of 1 plus 2t is 2, and the derivative of 3t is 3. Now when we find the magnitude of r prime of t, we're going to get the square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared. So that is the square root of 14. Because that's not 1, we know that our curve is not currently parametrized in terms of arc length. If it were, this value would be equal to 1, but it's not. So what have we found? Let's see. Let's put that back into our s. We have integral from 0 to t of the square root of 14 du. I'm just using u as kind of a dummy variable so that we don't get confused between u and t in the upper limit of integration. And so this is just going to be root 14u when we find the antiderivative, and we're integrating from 0 to t, and that's just going to give us the square root of 14 times t minus 0. So we have that the arc length is root 14t. S is not equal to t, but it's a multiple of t. All right, so we're going to solve for t, because then we're going to reparametrize our curve and put in our new expression for t in terms of s into our vector function. So when we solve here for t, we obtain that t is equal to s over the square root of 14. Now, we're going to go back to our original vector function that was parametrized in terms of t. That was 1 plus ti plus 1 plus 2tj plus 3tk, and this was for t greater than or equal to 0. Now I'm going to substitute into my vector function my parameter s. So for every t, we're going to use s over the square root of 14. And now we're going to rewrite our vector function in terms of s. So our vector function in terms of s is equal to 1 plus s over the square root of 14, replacing this t with s over root 14, I, plus 1 plus 2s over the square root of 14. I've replaced this t with s over root 14j, plus 3s over the square root of 14k. So I've replaced the t here. And this is for, since t was greater than or equal to 0, well, we would have s over the square root of 14 must be greater than or equal to 0, which also means that s is greater than or equal to 0. This can only happen if s is greater than or equal to 0. So what we have here is we have reparametrized our line. The new parameter is s. Why is this useful? Well, every step that I take of s, every unit of s along our line is 1 unit of the parameter. So I'm traveling along the line.